Now, Phoenix wanted to bring this up because he has a different point of view. And now, little background here. This guy was traveling with his two daughters, and he stopped at QT, which is a gas station arch, because they needed to go to the bathroom. The women's bathroom was empty, so he took his girls into the women's bathroom. Okay, and these are little girls. These are young girls. They look to be very young. Let's take a look and see what happens, because this guy in the background was not happy about this.
There is a man with his two little girls using the women's bathroom.
Wash your hands, lady.
He is. He's washing his hands with his daughters right now. He is leaving it.
All right, baby.
She is waiting to use the restroom with her mother, who is very ill.
Wash your hands.
And who is on oxygen.
It's okay. Some men are just immature.
And he's refusing. He's taking his sweet time.
I have two girls washing their hands.
You let this lady, this woman is a mother. She's a woman. She can bring your daughters in here. She's a manager of the QT.
I'm their
You can
dad.
ask her. I understand. And you don't have any business. We got her in the women's bathroom.
They're girls. They go to the women's bathroom.
As soon as he leaves the women's bathroom, I will. I'm standing in the doorway. He's taking his own sweet time. Hey, sweetheart. This is ridiculous, man. I am so sorry.
It's okay. Some men are just immature.
All right, so you get the gist. Phoenix, have you watched the whole video?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, most of it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I think I've even watched the aftermath too.
Is there more to that I need? Is there more context that I need there?
Well, no, I actually wound up getting so for everyone out there behind the scenes, I had showed this to the crew here, and I had said, like, I may have a hot take on this because I know everyone is saying that this guy was in the right, and I had a different opinion. As I found out more, so I had thought it was actually like a public bathroom. I thought this was an actual women's room where there are other women in it, which changed things for me. So yeah, this is less of a to do, and I think that guy needs to the guy that was shouting needs to calm down a little bit. That said, I still think if you're it's the adult taking the kids should go to their restroom, because I don't like the idea of a grown man in a women's room. I just don't like where that could potentially go, but I understand this now more. I also didn't like how, look, guys, can we clean the hands a little faster here? Like, they're saying that there's a woman, I think it was like a special needs woman or something like that, an old woman that needed to get in. And I didn't like that we're filming the thing and taking forever to get out of there. That said, I'm now a little bit more aligned with this guy. I don't see him as the enemy as I originally did.
Do you guys remember the movie Three Men and a Little Baby and a Little Lady?
Yes.
It works with this, right? So in the sequel, Three Men and a Little Lady, the opening scene is literally them, like Tom Selleck and the rest of the guys, putting like a bandana over the girl's eyes and taking her into the men's bathroom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what I thought. Yeah. As a
Yeah.
parent, but that's why I was very curious about your opinion on this, Craig. Because that's what I would assume. You go into the adult's gendered room.
Okay, so Blabs, what you said is right, but not in this situation, because the QT is a single stall bathroom.
Yeah, then there should be no problem.
Right, and so in a situation like this, if he's traveling by himself, right, and it's a single stall thing, the men's in use, then taking them in there, look, it's a single stall thing. He's not in there with any other women. I see no problem with this.
I don't see a problem with that either. If it's a single stall, it's the same thing with like the trans, basically, right? If it's a single stall, only one person's in there, then who the hell cares?
Right.
This no problem.
Look, I have immense issues with men in women's bathrooms. Listen, we've established this, but this is a different situation where this man is not going in to do his deeds. He's going in there for his girls, right, who are not old enough to be able to do this by themselves. They rely on their dads to help with this stuff, right? And we don't know the full context of him if he's traveling with his wife, or does he have a wife? Is he just going by himself? I see nothing. The person in the wrong here is the guy in the background who's yelling and screaming.
Yeah, because he's just scaring the kids now.
Right. He's just being an a-hole to be an a-hole, right? And you teach your kids to wash their hands, to do it thoroughly, right? And why is he recording? Is it illegal to record in the bathroom? I'm sure it is, right? But in a situation like this, you have this guy literally yelling over your shoulder. You have kids crying at your leg because this guy is being so obnoxious,
Aggressive.
right?
Yeah.
Right. And here's the other thing. Once again, the lady in the background, like she's like a manager, and she knows. She's like, I'm sorry, this guy's being an a-hole right here. Like, he was being the a-hole. The guy in the background was being the absolute a-hole. And you would think that I'm sorry that your mom like has issues, and we're doing our best to get out of here, but you doing what you're doing doesn't help by any means. It's not helping the situation. It's not, let's just say we save 10 extra seconds by running out the door after you've yelled at us. Is that really going to help everything, with this situation? The guy in the background was totally the a-hole in this situation. Arch, do you have any opinion on, man taking his little daughters to the restroom?
I would agree with the initial assessment that he should bring them first and foremost to his own restroom. And after that, if that's not an option, then go get the manager, which it seems like he did. And then go like, okay, well, I need to do this. These are my kids. Do I have permission? Like, that's entirely fine, I think. And at that point, it just becomes one of those stressful situations where the guy in the background is clearly stressed out and they're stressed out. And he is taking a bit of his sweet time, which is also one of those things where like everybody's probably being a little bit antagonistic. Because there's probably been going on before this and after this, etc. So who knows?
I still can't figure out why that door is open.
Right. Like
the order of operations I'm not getting.
You mean the guy in the background with the
yeah?
toilet
So
open?
you figure. So a guy takes the two kids in. I imagine you're locking the door. So why the hell is that door now open?
So it looks like there was a stall that's closed to the side of them, and that you can still come in and use the sink.
So it generally, and I've been in a million QTs, right? It's a single stall restroom with a sink in it. I think what happened is the guy probably went in. He saw him go in with his daughters, and he probably stuck his leg in there and started making a scene. Right? That's what I think probably happened. Now, we do have an update on this. This guy, don't need to watch the 5.5 long video. The TLDR of it is, guy took his two young girls into the QT women's restroom. The cops called on him by the man. The guy says that the cops got there and explained he did nothing wrong, and then they made the man leave. They calmed the little girls, gave them ices, and the manager was really, really great. So, the little girls get some ices out of it. So, yeah, this is blowing up the internet right now. And at the end of the day, there's really, truly just one a-hole in this situation. And it's this dude right here who felt the need to call the cops on this guy just trying to take care of his daughters right here. Once again, this is not this. And people are like, well, you have issues with men and women's restrooms. I do. But this guy's not going in there to take care of himself, right? He's in there to take care of his daughters, right? And there's no other women there, right? And if, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Just crazy. But what do you think? Please let us know in the comments